Hello. This is Roguelite Rodder, and welcome to another roguelite. This one's called Insurmountable, which is a roguelite about climbing a mountain. Yeah, we'll just jump into it. We'll start off with normal. But yeah, sounds cool, right? It's a survival roguelite where you have to balance things like your sanity, body temperature, um, etc. on your way up to the mountain and take part with events, decide how you want to spend your energy, that kind of thing. And look, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Has been out for a little while now, but they've recently just released a 2.0, this mega patch. Here we go. You cast your gaze over the enormous mountain landscape. You've travelled across the globe seeking out adventure, but this island is like nothing you've seen before. As far as you can tell, it's largely unexplored. The only information you can find is a few rumours about an unknown occupying force. On the way here, you stumbled across an abandoned property and lost places. You wonder what happened here, what secrets the island could be keeping. Then you shake your head. It might be nice to have some answers, but your goal is clear. Reach the summit. That is why you're here. That is what drives you. Cool, cool. This is our little explorer here, and that is the mountain top that the summit that we need to climb. And you can see, yeah, here we've got a few resources. So we've got sanity, body temperature, energy, and oxygen. And you can also do things like you can open a sleep menu and you can sleep to regain energy. But for example, depending on if you want to use your tent or not, you'll lose body heat, gain energy, that kind of thing. So it's always a toss up between these resources you've got here. So we're starting off with we've got a hot tea, and as an Englishman, that's great news. Um, which will give us plus 25 body temperature. Canned food give us a boost to energy. We've got a climbing rope, which will give us a bonus to decrease energy costs when going through things for the next 3 hours, and a tent that's got 3 uses. So both these have 3 uses. And it looks like we've not got any equipment, but maybe we can pick some up later. So we can walk by selecting here. I think I can stop the walking at any point as well. So you can see that these events around here, and you kind of decide if you want to do them. And obviously, doing things like climbing takes up more energy. You can see we're burning energy and sanity, and it shows you what's kind of so affecting them. Like the energy decreases slowly but steadily as a result of the mental stress that comes with the climb. Energy is used while climbing. Steep passages cost more energy. Body temperature is typically reduced at night and in cold weather, and oxygen is used in the death zone high up in the mountains, and we've also got health, so 20 health. So I'm not sure exactly on all these tokens are. That one looks to me like some sort of social interaction, and this one is completely unavoidable for us. So I'm just going to start walking across to that. Camera control, hold V or the middle mouse button. Yeah, work that one out. Thank y'all. Unexpected meeting. A gust of wind catches you and you almost fall into a deep fissure. You flare wildly with your arms, trying to keep balance. Suddenly, someone grabs your wrist and pulls you back from the edge. That was close. Just a second later, and you would have fallen to your death. You sternly tell yourself that you really have to pay more attention. No need to press your luck when there is danger at every turn. So we don't know what. Your knees are still weak. You take a look at your rescuer. She's a young woman in a threadbare anorak. There is a green stone fastened to her neck and a leather strap. Fascinated, you stare at the hand-carved charm. Its slow glow is hypnotizing. The stranger coughs and, without saying a word, holds some provisions for you to take. Accept the gift. You want to give her something in return, but so you search through your pack. You finally find something and look up. The strange woman is gone. A bizarre meeting, but one you couldn't help but feel grateful for. So we've got an oxygen bowl now, and I already love the inventory management. I wonder if there's any rotating of these things. It doesn't look like there is. I can't. can't see that there is. So anyway, we've managed to get that for now. And so looking around, and I'm not sure I can. Oh yeah, that's a stop command. I'm not sure I can. No, I can't really do a lot of looking. But for example, we don't need to go. We don't need to get all of these things like that. These guys seem very far out of the way, but also that's glowing. Glowing means good. So I wonder what the path would even be to get to that. I'll maybe check in a second, but we'll go down here because it looks like some kind of treasure, perhaps a container. You come across it, a corrugated metal shipping container covered in rust. Maybe some occupiers used it as a storage facility. So I can choose how much I want to take a look. I think a quick look is fine. You find some provisions and hastily tuck them into your pack. I get XP and some canned food. Lovely. I didn't know there was an XP system in this game as well. That's pretty cool. So up there, like clearly that's gonna cost us a lot. But here's what I'm thinking: we go over there. I don't really know, how long extra climbing time. How beneficial using this. Wait. What I was gonna do, if I just jump into my inventory, it's tab. That's why. I'm gonna use this if I can. Do you want to use climbing rope? Yes. So now we've got a temporary effect on us, which should allow us to climb this a little bit more efficiently. I think maybe 2 is fine for us. You trudge the slope piled high with snow. You sink deeper into the drifts with every step until suddenly your boots meet resistance. You put down you push the snow aside, exposing a metallic surface with coloured markings on it. It is faded, but still identifiable. There is no doubt about it. You found the wing of a downed airplane. Ooh. Dig deeper. Is digging up an airplane a good idea? It's a lot of energy, but 1 can food would fix that. You dig until you uncover the cockpit. The glass is shattered, and you take care as you lean through the windshield. There's no trace of a pilot or any human remains. You find some provisions. It's remarkable that they survived this crash without a scratch. Ooh, got some more oxygen. And we got a level up. I'm just going to see how food is instant and interesting. Level up. Choose your next skill. Warm thoughts. Whenever you consume an item, damn it, you gain some body temperature. Whenever you consume an item, you gain 4 body temperature. Okay. Fast movement. Wow. Minus 25% time cost on all terrain. Limited effect. Only active for 24 hours. And this is active to the end of the mission. Whenever you wake up, gain 4 energy and 4 body temperature and gain 4 oxygen. Depends on. So this is. If we think they're all kind of balanced, this is like, will I consume 3 things in a day? I think probably end of this mission. I'll take it slow then. Skills. End of this mission. Cool, okay. Climbing rope until the end of mission. Thick air. All right, so this is the environmental stuff. Thick air. So I gain oxygen here. Warm nights. Body temperature when moving. Body temperature when resting. And so body temperature isn't a problem. Um, we gain sanity when we move. Weather's clear. And we lose sanity when moving. Gain heat when moving. Gain oxygen when moving. And gain oxygen when resting. Okay, let's crack on. I've still got 1.7 hours, so hopefully, I feel like it was probably a good use of that because we had a lot of big climbing to get this stuff. Like we can't go around here. Like we could go around there. We're staring at the starry sky. You notice there a shooting star. You quickly make a wish for well, energy, I guess. But considering the sacrifices I made to go this way, probably not worth it. Probably should have gone up that way, right? Huh. Well, I feel like I'm committed to this bad decision, so oh no, that I do like it maps out the path for you. Okay, wait. That's why. So if I went there, yeah, okay. So that way, so this oops. This is not en route to where we're going. Can I just like click like super far? Oh, I can. So yeah, so that's the best way up. Maybe. I wonder if that means that like I haven't got enough energy to do that in one. Can I go up to there? Like this? Go up that way. I feel like I'm weirdly committed to going this bad route, so I'm gonna just I'm just gonna double down on it. So we'll head over there. As you stand under the deformed skeleton of a tree, you look up. A strife and a scream. A parachute. Oh, a parachute tangled in the treetop, dangling from its cords is mortal remains of an unknown man. Should we just pull the body down? We're gaining heat anyway. A dead man is wearing uniform, military. Did he die in the line of duty? Maybe his family was waiting for him. You're overwhelmed with grief and shame, because the dead soldier was carrying supplies you desperately need. You dismiss the pangs of guilt and tuck the equipment into your pack. So I lose sanity for that. I gain XP and a warm hat. Oh baby, that's so good. Um, extra temperature, and it costs us temperature to do that. So we definitely need to sleep. Using tent. So we want to. We're at night now. Day begins 7, so we don't really want to be. 10 hours sleep seems to make sense. Um, so if I don't use, so as stupid as that looks, if I don't use the tent, I'm gaining heat anyway, and I'll be able to save my tent. This this seems stupid. I mean, the fact that I've got a tent and I'm not sleeping in it is crazy if you think about it in any kind of detail in real life. But we gain a lot of body temperature while moving at the moment because we're still in a relatively warm area. Plus, I've got a nice hat. Fair enough. It looks like we've got a social event here. Saddleback. You discovered a large leather saddlebag lying on the ground. Right next to it, you discover a faded hoofprint. You find some herbs in the saddlebag. Okay. Plus 20 sanity and -1 health. Seems like it could be good. I can't see any events and things. So I guess I'm just going to start heading up that way. Till I see anything more interesting. Gaining heat, losing energy. I think oh, I think we're doing enough climbing to warrant another use of this. Maybe I'm being too liberal with it. I'm kind of okay with keeping our energy like a little, like our resources not like maxed out, especially when we have the ability to top them up. Just because I don't know if an event will give us the ability to like top them up, and we'll lose that opportunity if we don't, if we have max on our resources. So I think what I'm interested in is that, and we've got this. We haven't really got climbing for very long, so I guess we'll just do the event here. Wild herbs. On a rocky ledge a few feet below you, you spot a tree stump with wild herbs growing on it. Climb down and gather the herbs. Cool, so we got more of this moon herb and a level up. So again, we've got limited time one, and then these two. So this is the only one that isn't limited time. Whenever you reach a point of interest, gain 3 sanity. 2 days. I think, as I'm not in crisis mode, I think it would be good to get the permanent ones. So we'll go warm thoughts. Cool. So whenever we consume an item, we gain body temperature, which should give us terrain types. There are 3 different terrain types: rock, snow, and ice. Each terrain type consists of basic standard terrain and additional terrain subtype. No special properties. So terrain can trigger dangerous events. Right, okay. So that's what those warnings are. I'd still like to go. We are burning through a fair amount of energy. So maybe I'd like to attack. Ugh, a blood curdling scream rends the air. You stop abruptly and listen. Oh, that's a shame. You cautiously creep towards. Behind the rock, you see a hunter armed with only a knife, locked in a struggle with a cougar. His face is streaked with blood. Ugh, the hunter's pack is lying on the ground nearby. You could grab it and no one would ever see. Oh dear. It's just a game. It's too busy to notice you rummage through his pack. These dozens of furs. But underneath them you find tea and a torch. You have a sudden pang of consciousness. You shouldn't take everything from him. So tea and a torch. Tea gave body heat, I think, which I guess I'm strong with. So I'll go for the torch. It gives me a light radius. Yeah, body heat. So okay, I guess a little bit of a lesson learned. I would have been able to help him if I had more energy there. Energy is our big problem at the moment. Sanity isn't doing great. But we're also coming towards the end of the day. So maybe we'll... Oh, You approach the canyon and notice a rope stretched across it. Who could have done that? And can you risk using it? So I lose sanity for using the rope. I lose time and heat. I'm just gonna because like I feel like if the rope snaps, you'd never survive the fall. You decide to find another way. Okay. Well, I may as well open up sleep menu again and see what the deal is here. I feel like long sleep makes sense, and tent versus no tent. So it's a question of how bad my sanity is going to get because I really don't care about the heat at the moment. So I'm just gonna do this. I'm not gonna use my tent again. And if I need to top up my sanity, I've got those herbs. So let's go. It is getting cold though. You approach a skeletal tree. You discover countless red ribbons with golden lettering tied to the spindly branches. Unfortunately, you can't decipher the writing. You don't know why, but for some reason, you find the spot very moving. You make a wish for. Uh, can I? If I take these, so that's hurt me by 2, and then I'll heal 1.5. Perfect. My health is 19.5. Sanity's up. Body temperature is good, but I look like I'm in the snowing area right now. Let's go check that out because it's like, oh wait, actually, can I do that first? You know what? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna use my rope again. Deer stand. You climb up onto the crooked, rickety deer stand, built by hunters to survey the terrain and shelter from the elements. A pile of soft furs on the floor look awfully inviting. You consider taking a rest. A gutted deer hangs from the ceiling, and meat is fresh and juicy. Your mouth starts to water. Take some of the meat and leave a gift. Eat some of the meat. Let's take the meat then and give them a gift of hot tea. You roast the meat on the open fire. It's pink and tender. You feel strength returning with every bite. You are filled with gratitude towards the hunters who bagged the animal and towards the animal who gave its life to feed you. Um, so, I mean, I did lose the tea, but I gained XP and some energy back and as much heat as I would have got from drinking tea. So, it's not amazing by any sense. It probably would have been a lot better if my energy was lower. But yeah, goodness, it's a real battle between like these events. Do you want to have your energy low or high? And kind of like you want enough energy you want like 50 energy, don't you? You want enough energy to do anything that you want to do, but um, not maxed out energy. Otherwise, you won't be able to do anything either. Wonder, Northern Lights, what a sight! It's 15 sanity and a level up. So end of mission. So warm thoughts 2. So we get more body temperature from eating. So this 24 hours 4. Body temperature per hour moving, 1 energy cost on all terrain. Yeah. And this one is +3 under the stars. So basically, I get a reduced penalty for sleeping outside in terms of heat per hour. Does that up? I'm gonna go for that. And this one looks like it could be like a tent thing there. So I wonder if that will give us a like more likely to be like a resting area or something. I suspect that they all have things that they're likely to have in them. I just don't know what they are yet. What I'd really like is more equipment. It seems like equipment would be really strong in general. A cave. You enter an immense network of a cave of caves. Towards the rear, you notice an extinguished campfire there in front. A stranger bundled up in a fur blanket. Um, why don't I have a rest next to him? Just a brief sleep. Yeah. 5.5 energy per hour. Sleep duration 6 or 8. I would cap out everything. It's now night though. Okay, I thought something might happen when I woke up. So we're night, so I guess the shooting star. I guess sanity is like the thing that is just always going down. Although I don't really have any supplies for energy now. I can always sleep, I guess. What have we got? Looks like maybe a camping place there. I think that is probably our play. I think that shows us how much energy will burn getting all the way there. Maybe we don't have any choice though. Night, body temperature moving, cold, warm cap, warm nights. The time is sunrise at 7. The short sleeps are 6 hours. So I wonder if, like at 1, I should go for a short sleep maybe. Maybe here. Under the stars. Really doesn't, the penalty isn't really all that high. Especially when I've got the these perks. I feel like social is more likely to be good for. Oh, distraction. Rocks and debris. As far as the eye can see, you balance carefully on the boulders so as not to slip. You jump, lose your balance. You see a mountain hare. You scraped your knee because of this bunny. Okay, so I've just got a injured leg, which is going to make things a bit rougher on my energy for 16 hours. Snow covered plain when your boot catches on something stretching lengthwise along the ground. You're stunned to discover a thick black cable. Why is it here? Where does it lead? Follow the cable, pull the cable. So energy. So that's time. A bag full of provisions. Nice. So I got some extra food. Cool. How about I think I'll probably go there, and even if I just have a short rest, probably would make sense to do. No, it's a shimmer of light. Let's follow the light. 100 fireflies. Fascinating. Nice. That's even better. We've gained some sanity and XP. And why not have a little sleep? Sleep briefly. I can't see anything particularly wrong about taking longer to do stuff. But maybe that's not true. Maybe the weather gets worse as the game goes on. You can barely believe your eyes. A local is trundling across the terrain right in front of you, leading a pony laden with packs. When you make your presence known, the stranger comes to a halt and beams at you. They point to their bags and boxes and offer to trade with you. They use gestures to communicate. They need herbs. You can choose something in return. I don't know what that is. Hiking staff. Oh, I was hoping it was a tool. Minus 12 energy cost on flat terrain, and minus 12 time cost when hiking. One height difference. Climbing even. Cool. So we've got what we got over here. We've got some loot and a treasure. So I do want to go to like both these things. Over here, yeah. So none of these are particularly on the route. So I guess I'm gonna just go here to start with. A smooth sparkling stone catches your eye. Its surface is covered in delicate, complex patterns of ice crystals that remind you of sapling, ferns, and blossoms. A beautiful sight. Let's examine them. You stare at the frost transfixed. You might be. They might just be collections of water molecules, but they symbolize beauty and diversity of life. The longer you gaze at them, the stronger you feel. It's my energy and XP. Yay. Injured, a local man up against a rock waves at you. As you approach him, he holds out an oxygen bottle, his face contorted with pain. He says something to you, but you don't understand a word. Let's try and help him. We've already killed someone else. You look at the stranger and keeps grabbing his shoulder. You are unsure. You are sure that he's dislocated it. You gesture to him to hold your hand. You pull it with a jerk. He screams. Then there's silence. A few seconds later, the stranger is beaming at you. He offers the oxygen bottle again, which you take. You're glad you're able to help him. Ah, that's good. We got some sanity back for doing that. So we've got a couple of limited one where we get 2 days worth of extra XP. Whenever you wake up, gain 7 energy, 7. Both these are under mission, sorry. 7 energy, 7 body temperature, and 7 oxygen. So we get, a little bonus, or we get more body heat when moving. I feel like this just makes sense. But maybe the body heat is going to get more and more important. Gain more temperature per hour when moving. Okay. I think that one's too far out of our way. Let's go this way and then we can return to climbing up there. It's nighttime and deep snow down there, so burning through our energy fairly quickly. But we might be able to get to that cave for a nap before we're too tired. Stone switch. You come across a ruined formation of a former dwelling. Herbs grow in the recess. Just as you're about to gather them, a protruding stone catches your eye. It looks like it can be moved. Some kind of switch, perhaps? Let's flip it until the beads sweat from your forehead. Then you click and you hear a click and a clack. A secret compartment opens up the floor. You bend down, and there are several fragments of stone bearing unknown characters. They're fascinating, but you have to move on. Just XP. Okay. I was gonna stop and because I'm gonna need energy to do this. Never mind. You discover the remains of a mountaineer. His skin is grey as cold. Thoroughly search the corpse for 11 sanity. Let's do it. Find a vacuum flask filled with tea. Okay. We actually have enough energy together. Falling rocks. Ugh. Nice. Cave. Should we explore? Use a torch. Nice. So we got some extra provisions for a torch. Let's have a sleep. Long haul. In terms of energy, we get so 6 hours gives us 40. 10 hours only gives us like 6 energy an hour, and this is giving us like way more. Well, not way more, but like a little bit more. But also, we may as well sleep long, right? Max out body heat. Oh, we're in a storm. Energy cost increased. Okay. Energy and time. That's not too bad. I thought it was going to make things dangerous as well. Transport case. You see a large rectangular object concealed underneath an old parachute. You gingerly lift a stained, tattered fabric and find a metal case. Maybe it was used to transport goods. Search the case. The case is empty. Just your luck. I got XP. So this is the only one that's until the end of the mission. Our temporary ones are 24 hours energy cost all terrain, and the sanity one. But I feel like they're just if you're in a kind of crisis moment, this will increase our oxygen and maximum oxygen. Sure. We're better at breathing. That is going to be quite a climb up there. Okay, you approach a canyon, notice a rope. Can you risk using it? So again, it's time and heat we lose. I'd rather use time and heat. Is it night as well? Yeah. Stormy night. And I'm climbing a mountain. Claustrophobia. You discover an oxygen mask at the bottom of a very narrow and very steep crevasse. You squeeze it into the crevice and climb down to retrieve the oxygen mask. You could squeeze, sorry. Let's do it. Cost oxygen too. Breathing is difficult. Keep trying. Keep trying. Just keep trying. Wow. So I didn't get the oxygen mask and I had a Almost had a panic. Well, I did have a panic. No, almost had a panic attack. Let's just get walking. And have a long sleep. I'll basically cap us out on. We actually gain body heat. We're so toasty. I guess. Oops. Yeah, we'll end up going that way in a bit anyway. So we'll head over to this. Wishing tree. Energy, I guess. Sanity would be nice. I don't need the cave, do I? Oops. Just gonna start going in the direction. Sanity wise, we'd get there. I'm just gonna head in that direction. Death zone. The air is thin. Your breathing is heavy. You've entered the death zone. You pause for a moment. Difficult path towards the summit. Decrease energy cost for a short time. Oxygen cost or heal. I'll get a energy buff, I reckon. Breath taken away. Towering in front of you is slope, bizarrely shaped massive of ice and snow. Several tents not far away. Who set up camp here? You call out, but no one answers. Approach the camp. How breathtaking and surreal. The sight of ice towers captivates you. You're distracted by the second that something hits you in the head. You press the palm against your painful area. Blood drips on the white snow. Your circulation plummets and you manage to staunch the bleeding and alleviate the pain. After a while, you're able to move on. Oh, nice. I feel like I should have been nice to people in other parts of the game. There could be a nice sleeping spot there then. You going? Take some damage. YOLO. Yeah, we'll go that way. Oh, that looks cool. This game looks beautiful, doesn't it? Oh, deep snow, death zone. Clear. Follow the wind. Probably should be reading this. I got some valuable equipment. Climbing gloves. Minus 10% energy cost. In all terrain. Awesome. Have a little sleep. We lose a little bit of oxygen, but our oxygen is still fine. I guess I only need a brief sleep then. And then head up here. shrine. I guess I'll go for health. Thank you. Wow, this is like such an atmospheric game. It's been really cool playing it. I hope you guys have enjoyed it too. Ruins nearby abandoned camp. There was a torn tent. You could take the time and search the intact tents. I might thoroughly search. Nothing useful. Apart from XP. Why not go to the shrine? I don't think we're in any kind of problem. We've got a load of oxygen tanks. We've got plenty of food and things if we need it to. I'm guessing we're not using the oxygen tanks as we go. It's just we can use them to buff up our. Well, in fact, we're in thick air again. Oh, but it's a death zone. You descend into a cave and breathe deeply. The air down here is warmer, moister, and richer in oxygen. You almost feel as it's befuddling you. Your limbs grow heavy, and your mind remains alert. You relax and regain energy. That's a very dangerous climb, I guess. Oh no, it's just that we will run out of energy doing it. And sanity. Let's make that first step and then decide what we want to do. Because we could eat something or maybe sleep. We could use our tent to make sure our sanity stays high. That would be cool. Oh. Shooting stars. Well, staring at the starry sky, you notice there, a shooting star. Let's get sanity up. Critical status. When a star other than health reduces 0, your status is critical. Your path preview turns red. If you cannot move in this condition, you'll be forced to dangerous critical events. Careful, your health reaches 0, your run is over. Right, so we need to sleep. So I think I mean I'm clear near the summit, so why don't I just do a long sleep, gain as much energy and not lose my sanity and use the tent. I mean, we could even consider carrying on sleeping if we wanted to. I don't know if there's some event at the top as well. Might have like a last sleep just before the. It's when you have to go back down. Although look, there's so much other stuff we've missed. Let's have just another long sleep. Hit the summit in the morning with a nice view, you know. Your heart feels light and as joy stands on the summit. The hardship of the climb is already forgotten. You savor the moment. It is yours and you are alone. Yours and yours alone, maybe. What an adventure, what a view. Off in the distance you see more mountains, even higher than the ones you're currently standing on. And what's that? Something standing atop one of them. Long and thin. From a distance, it looks like an antenna, but that can't be right, can it? You want to take a closer look. You aren't done exploring yet, but first you need to get out of the death zone and find a place to take a break. Cool! We climbed our first summit. Oh, we really do have another thing to do. And we still got our levels. That doesn't look higher than where we were. I guess we need to get out of the death zone, so we just need to climb down the mountain now. So I'll grab a level up. And so we could do warm thoughts too while resting. Everything does look to be snowy. Or get some extra oxygen. Honestly, I think this is just better, isn't it? The while resting one. Right, let's head. Is the stars on? Sanity is our biggest drain right now. What's that then? Some lutations for us. Can we go? We can kind of go round and down that way. Show me what you got. It really does look beautiful, this game, though. Really immersive. From the warmth of your own room. You march along the mountain ridge. It's steep slopes lined with gnarled trees defy the elements. You spot an oxygen bottle on a narrow and fragile looking ledge. You can pick up a branch and try and salvage an item. So here's what I wanted to try. I think, yeah, I could. Did I just drop that? No, I did eat it. So now I've got enough energy to give it a try. Branch brush with an oxygen bottle, but you lack the strength to move it in any direction. Sure. I've got so much oxygen, man. Oh, that'd be great. Let's get there. Found a little cheeky camping spot. We could follow the light, I guess. Yay, it's the fireflies. Gives us a bit more sanity. Lie down and sleep. May as well sleep long. Got plenty of oxygen. That's the only cost. Head to the next one. That sun looks cool as well. So it looks like these are like shrines. So hopefully go to a shrine and maybe top our sanity up. Health or energy? We'll take energy then. Looks like we go through that other one if we go for it. Buried alive, your path leads to a sheer wall of snow towering high up on atop it. You're progressing carefully when you hear rumbling. Instinctively, you assume it's a crouching position and take a deep breath. But in the blink of an eye, you feel the weight of snow pushing you to the ground. Your only chance is to dig your way out. We don't mind losing heat. We're like the hottest people going right now. Oh, we hot. I think these ones might be like kind of tribe events or like local events. At the foot of the slope, you stumble across the remains of a building. Did it belong to the occupying force? Parts of it are completely buried under the rock. There must have been a landslide. Between the rubble, you see a few electronic devices and small metal containers. You could go down there and search for provisions. Yeah. Search through the rubble. Oh. You quickly walk across the rubble, but not carefully enough. Something shifts under your feet and you fall, ramming your legs into a crevice. You quickly try and free yourself, but your movement triggers a mini landslide, sending rocks falling into your leg, shooting pain. You manage to free yourself, but I've got an injured leg, which increased energy cost on all terrain for 16 hours. Okay. Exhausted, your head rolled back, you gasp and your pupils dilate as a comet flies over you. A bright tail stretching miles behind it. What a spectacle. You're overwhelmed with emotion. Yay, my sanity. Level up as well. Reduce time and costs when oxygen is high, only active when oxygen is above 60. Should be pretty easy for us to maintain. Gain more body temperature while moving. It's also good, I've just never had any problem with it. Maybe I go for a sleep up here. Let's walk down to there to start and then sleep when it's a little bit later at least. Sleep long without a tent. Yeah, dude, we just like tank all the heat penalties. Like, no worries. Not losing body heat at all. Enter a cave. More sleeping. Happy to gain everything. Maybe I shouldn't have done it briefly. I'd just kind of clicked. Virtually rectangular smooth rock worked into the shape. It's not. That's not all. There's also a tent neatly wrapped on the rock, an offering. The inner voice that urges you that not only you should take, but you should give. I'll give my oxygen bottle. Wait a second. Get some organization. We'll just take a detour. Catch a scent of the wind, burning wood. You follow your nose, and behind some rocky peaks, you discover a patched, dingy-looking tent. Next to the tent, glowing embers of a campfire emitted a thin plume of smoke. You look around, but not a soul is there for miles. Um, let's call out. Plundering the tent. So you call out, no response. You call again, still nothing. You briefly consider plundering the tent, but you decide against it. The stranger who owns this tent would probably take too kindly to their possessions being stolen when they return. Gain some sanity for not being a dick. Alright, I've learnt that why I'm probably losing sanity is because I am a dick, so I need to probably stop being so much of a dick, is just the answer. A tough ask for me. But looks like we've made it. The end or the beginning? A steep cliff rises in front of you. Can you find a place to rest here? A narrow canyon runs down the middle of the crag and turns off to the side, and you hear your heart starts racing. A steel door is blocking the way. As you approach the door, intending to examine it, suddenly you hear a grinding and squeaking. Shocked, you take a step back, and the door slowly opens. Glaring, light pours out, and you hear the shrill sound of a siren. As if in a trance, you walk towards the light, carefully placing one foot in front of the other. The world begins to swirl around you, faster and faster. You feel dizzy. The siren is higher now, louder. You stumble, try to grab something, anything, but there's nothing there. You fall forever. Huh. Wow. What a cool little game. I wonder if we're getting. No way, there's meta progression. Reset points, upgrade points, capacity, unlocked items. Remember to use your tracking device when searching for anomalies. Defaults T. Wow. Your eyes open. Where are you? What happened? You try to remember that gate you walked through. Confused? Don't be. That's normal. If you're fully conscious when you go through the time loop, you must have done something to your radiation. Time loop? Radiation? What is this person talking about, and who is she? Could you be hallucinating? You spot the glowing green amulet lying on the table in front of you. You're sure it's that you've seen that stone before. Suddenly it all comes flooding back. The silent young woman who rescued you when you nearly fell off the fissure. Why didn't she tell you all of this earlier? Would you believe me? Not at all, right? You needed to come with me. It was important you see with your own eyes and actually experience it for yourself. I know it's insane how insane this all seems. So first things first, we're in a time loop. We're stuck on this island, but I have no idea how we might. But I have an idea on how we might escape. I just needed to perform some calculations first. I've already thought of how you can help. As soon as you feel recovered, you should go and try and find some information for me. Get out there. Getting out there will also improve your skills and become more experienced. Take my amulet. Not only is it our hope for reversing the time loop, it'll also transport you back at the station when time gets reset. First thing is to explore the area and familiarise yourself with the stone's power. I'm asking quite a lot, but there's no other way. You have to trust me. Cool. So it looks like we've got this roguelite element to it as well. In fact, and different characters to unlock. You can see, you know, we can start to unlock this stuff, like gain more experience when going through the night. Cool. This is, yeah, really cool. And probably the different characters, right? So the different upgrade points. And we got missions, team upgrades, using this terrain knowledge. Awesome. Well, I've really enjoyed playing this game. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching this too. And yeah, this has been Roguelike Rosa. If you like this video, you know, drop a like and let me know, and I'll do more of them. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Peace.